Man pulled down his shorts and sat down to defecate. Suddenly he heard footsteps behind him. It turned out to be a group of cannibals walking towards Mike. Mike was so scared that he ran away. At that moment, Mike noticed a tent under a tree. Mike picked up a stone from the ground and threw it at the tent with all his might. Seeing that there was no movement in the tent, Mike slowly walked towards it. Mike pulled back the tent flap and found a skeleton inside. He quickly searched the backpack for supplies. Jack found a box of matches and a rusty dagger, which he immediately stuffed into his pocket. He shook the backpack vigorously, and a whistle fell to the ground. Mike suddenly heard a sound outside. He pulled back the tent flap and saw a little boy. The boy ran away as soon as he saw Mike. Mike walked to the riverbank and saw bloodstains floating on the water. He saw a female cannibal. Mike quietly followed the female cannibal and discovered the cannibal's base camp. Only women were left there. Nicely crept over with a stone in his hand, Mike suddenly noticed a thread in front of him. Mike cautiously stepped over it. Mike arrived at the RV. He found a backpack in the corner. He immediately began searching for supplies. At that moment, the female cannibal was preparing to ambush Mike. Mike sensed the danger and dodged it. The female cannibal kicked Mike to the ground. Mike was almost hit by an axe. Mike grabbed a stone and threw it at the female cannibal. At that moment, a group of cannibals had already returned. Mike wiped away the bloodstains from the fight. Then he dragged the body away and hid it. Mike hid behind and observed the cannibals. The boy had been tied up by the cannibals. Mike knew he couldn't save the boy. The ogre leader suddenly noticed that the mirror had been moved. The ogre leader immediately ordered his men to search for the enemy. Mike covered the body with leaves. Mike then quietly slipped into the ogre camp. When the ogre guarding the camp returned to the RV, Mike planned to untie the boy first. The boy thought Mike was going to hurt him, so he kept shouting loudly, but this alerted the ogres inside. Mike cut the rope, finding the boy with his knife, and immediately hid. The ogres rushed out to catch the boy, but by then the ogre leader had returned. Mike immediately hid under the RV. The ogre leader discovered the boy had escaped and reprimanded the ogres. The cannibal leader suddenly walked to the car door and noticed that the handle of the box was covered in mud. At that moment, the whistle caught the cannibals' attention. All the cannibals began to gather in the distance. When the cannibals returned, they discovered the body of the female cannibal. By the next morning, the cannibals had not discovered Mike hiding under the car,